How we doing? Is it gonna rain today? Huh? What do you think? Happy Friday. Oh my God, it's Saturday. Yeah. Days are all messed up, huh? No wonder there wasn't any traffic. There's not any traffic normally, anyhow. Okay, Marvin will go. Owen, Peppo will not be able to go, and we will not activate Darius. Other than that, we'll see the next couple days here. We're ready to go. What you guys got?
Darius has been through some stuff. Obviously, we saw on social media. Just curious your reaction with all he's had to deal with, family-wise, and now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's doing as good as he can. You know what I mean? But we're here to support him, and you know, he'll get through tough times.
With the way that the Chargers like to play football and like to possess the ball, and that, does that put any more pressure on the offense to possess it themselves and knowing that the Chargers like to play keep away?
No, I mean, we got to understand our opponent, but we got to do a good job on offense and defense on third down to either sustain drives or get them off the field. And with saying that, you better do a good job on first and second down, both sides.
For a good chunk of the guys, this is going to be their prime time debut. How do you encourage them to just not make it something more than what it is?
Just a game.
With Marv's work ethic before, where you felt like before the season started you needed to rein him in, when he's dealing with his first injury, is that something where you guys also have to kind of pay attention to kind of keep him and just go through protocol?
No, he's good. He does everything he needs to do, you know, and the protocol is obviously different, but he takes care of himself and maximizes his buckets, and he's really a true pro. So he had a good week. We'll see him out there today, but he's ready to go.
A few guys this week have kind of said or suggested that there's been some changes in some of the work on the passing game in terms of kind of the details that guys are focusing on, extra work. Kind of sounds like they're viewing it last week as a little bit of a turning point. Do you see it that way? As kind of the last week felt different than previous weeks? No.
Every game plan's different. You know, I don't know exactly what they mean by that, but we always harp on execution and detail and understanding what coverage structures they're going to give you, who you're going against, why plays are designed, where the ball should go, what the answers are, and we'll do a good job this week.
After the game and throughout the week, guys have been saying how this team has what it takes to put together a run. What kind of traits does this team have that makes you believe they can string together some wins?
I was worried about the Chargers, but the process, you know, we try to maximize each day. Every second counts, and you take one day at a time and handle your business to give yourself a chance to win.
Looks like, I mean, this team coming in wants to establish the run and wants to be run heavy, but is there also the factor of like a sleeping giant at quarterback coming in?
Yeah, I've played this guy multiple times. He can throw it all over the yard. He's a premium player, so we're gonna have to be on it in the back end, and you know, the front end as well. The front, we got to affect the quarterback.
Did you see that maybe a little bit more from him last week after coming out of the bye week than maybe before? Because I had talked to people that were saying they were.
No, they play the game. I got a really high opinion of Greg. He does a good job of the run game, giving you different looks, and then run looking like pass. They kind of complement each other. Some of their actions are really they buy your eyes, and they get leverage on people by the route distribution. He has always been able to throw it down the field, so we got to do a good job both the run and the pass, just like every week.
With Zay coming back, what does having another taller receiver add to this offense? Stature,
I don't really think about. He can get open, he can catch it.
What are some of the things that Spencer does to contribute to the overall passing game?
How so?
I mean, you know, his title is pass game specialist. So I'm just curious about the different things that he does.
Yeah, so really involved with Drew. You know, he's typically ahead of the week. So when Drew sits down and starts looking at, when the whole offensive staff sits down, he has a really good understanding of how they like to play, what their rules are, their structures, the breakdown of all the coverages, all those things. And he's a really good football coach. I mean, he's coached different positions before, so he knows how it all ties in together. Really good resource for Drew. And he's extremely intelligent, so he understands, hey, like they play their safeties like this in practice, we play our safeties differently. We're going to have to adjust that to make sure that they're given the right look if we're on cards, or you can't just say play it like this because they don't play it like that. So he understands the intricacies of how different people play. And I think that helps our guys to give the right looks and practice the right way what they think they're going to see.
How do you balance carrying out the game plan throughout the week with also the injuries popping up and maybe not knowing if a guy will be there for you?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of the whole adage of next man up, but we're very aware of who's out there. You know what I mean, and then you kind of try to develop the game plan with that in mind too. You can't redo a game plan for one guy, but you can do different things to make sure you're putting them in good spots to have success. And I'm a huge believer in that. Like I talk to the coaches and the players all the time about being adaptable. Like it's our job to solve problems and figure it out and who's out there and make sure that we're putting the right people out there and asking them to do the right things for the betterment of the team. So we're aware.
Does that go on the other side where you're following injuries that the opponent has?
No, I wouldn't say. We kind of treat it like a normal week. Yeah, I mean, you want to know who you're playing against, you know what I mean? And then, certain guys, like I said, it might not make much of a difference just because of how they deploy them or how they use them or what position it is too. But our guys know, like the one-on-one battles that are going on, you got to know your opponent. So we keep them in the loop of how's it trending, this and that, and it can change obviously quickly, but our guys know who they're going to line up against. Okay, thank you guys.